Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, when I start this lesson off, by giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath, which are the sincere sisters, and Shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. Now this lesson is going to be based on the fact that the Lord is angry with these wicked people. And that's why we see so much judgment taking place that results in people either getting wounded or killed. So through the Spirit, I'm going to get some precepts. I know the Lord's will you're edified. It says Psalm 7 and 11. Yahweh judgeth the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. And that's why every day somebody gets shot, somebody gets stabbed, somebody gets into a car crash. There's some fire that happens that results in people either getting wounded or killed. These are the judgments of the Heavenly Father upon these wicked people with whom He is angry with. These people who are out here doing drugs, drinking too much, partying all the time, getting tattoos, eating abominable foods that the Lord tells us not to eat. Basically just going completely against the scriptures. And if you go against the scriptures, then you're going against the Lord, which thus makes you an enemy of the Lord. And if you're an enemy of the Lord, He's going to bring judgment upon you. And that's what we see taking place every day. 1 Peter 3 and 12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and His ears are open unto their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. And there's a lot of people out here that are doing evil and wickedness in the sight of the Lord. The way they think is wicked. The things they do is wicked. The things they say are wicked. And the Lord, He's angry with them. And you have the men of the Lord who are constantly warning these people and letting them know that all the wickedness that they say and do, it's going to come back to bite them, so to speak. And all these people do is scoff and scorn and mock the men of the Lord and laugh at the men of the Lord and disrespect the men of the Lord. Which is exactly the same thing that these people would be doing if Yahweh Shai was here on earth preaching. Trying to get these people to correct their ways. That's exactly what people were doing when the Lord was on the scene. They were disrespecting Him. So, those of us of the Hope Elect who understand that these people, these wicked people who are doing evil in the sight of the Lord, are the same people who were doing it back when the Lord was on the scene. And the Lord, He's going to do exactly what He said He was going to do, and He's going to destroy these people. Because they're never going to get right. They're never going to turn from their wicked ways. If anything, they're just going to become more and more wicked, which is going to anger the Lord even more and provoke Him even more unto wrath. Second Ezra 8:50, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And the scriptures tell us that pride goeth before destruction. and an haughty spirit before a fall. And, these wicked two-third Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they have a lot of pride. These Edomites, these so-called white people, they're at the top of that list. And then you have these other nations, these heathens. They also have a lot of pride. And the Lord, He's going to destroy all of these people. He's going to send so much judgment, so much misery upon these people. He's going to humble them. He's going to bring them down. And as I've said before through the Spirit, that when the Lord brings judgment upon somebody, it doesn't always manifest physically. Like the Lord, He can hurt you in many ways. Physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. And we're seeing that. Anybody that's paying attention, especially if you look on social media, you'll see it. People are very miserable. People are very depressed and sad and angry and scared because the Lord has so much judgment taking place upon the earth. A lot of people are beginning to experience the wrath of the Lord. And it's going to get so much worse. And these people are going to continue to be caught off guard because they're not listening to the men of the Lord who are explaining to them why all these things are happening. Isaiah 48:22. There is no peace, saith the Lord Yahweh, unto the wicked. And that's right. These wicked people are not going to experience peace. All the concerts that they like to go to are going to get shut down. The sporting events that they like to go to are going to get shut down. Their favorite mall is going to get shut down. Their favorite restaurant. Wherever they like to go and all the things that they like to do, the Lord is going to shut all of it down. And there's not going to be enough alcohol and drugs in the world that's going to be able to bring these people any type of relief or peace from the miseries and the calamities and the judgments that the Lord is going to unleash upon these people. These people, these wicked, simple-minded, ignorant people, they think that this is a joke. They think that it's a game. They think that it's funny. The Lord is about to show them how unfunny He thinks things are. So you best believe, especially this summer, you can expect to see a lot more plane crashes and car crashes and fires that wound and kill people and destroy people's homes or their businesses. You're going to hear about more destructive and deadly storms and tempests and earthquakes, animal attacks, people drowning, hit and runs, mass shootings, like things that we already hear about and we already see, but it's just going to be on a much larger, more intense, more severe scale. Because during the summer, a lot more people are outside. So that's just a lot more people for the Lord to judge. And best believe He will judge them. And this is why, the men of the Lord are always saying that we have to stay circumspect. We always have to be on our watch. Because the Lord brings judgment every day. But you just never know when the judgment's going to happen. You never know where it's going to happen. And you don't know how. Every day it can be different. You could be out at the grocery store and the Lord could bring some judgment upon somebody. You could be at the doctor's office and the Lord could bring judgment. You could be at work. You could be just going for a walk. You just never know. So, always be aware of your surroundings. Because the Lord's judgment can happen anytime and anywhere to anyone. But we know for certain that it's going to continue to happen to these wicked men, women, and children. Because like it says in Romans 2:11, there is no respect of persons with Yahweh. The Lord does not care if you're an Israelite, an Edomite, or one of these other heathens. He doesn't care if you're a man, a woman, a child. He doesn't care if you're an elderly person. He doesn't care if it's a pregnant woman. If you're wicked and doing evil in the sight of the Lord, He's going to judge you. He's going to bring heavy judgment upon you. And those of us of the Hope Select, we're going to continue to watch this play out. That's why through the Spirit, it's been quite heavy for me to be saying that this summer is going to be a very judgment, punishment, active summer. Because through the Spirit, I can see what's about to happen. I can see that the Lord is going to open the floodgates of judgment more and more. And more of these wicked people with whom the Lord is angry with are going to die. They're going to die. They're going to get severely wounded. They're going to suffer. They're going to be mourning and weeping and depressed and full of heaviness. Because like it says, there is no peace, saith the Lord unto the wicked. All the things that these people find peaceful and relaxing, the Lord is going to take all of it away. And all these people will have is misery. But that's what happens when you anger the Heavenly Father. You get punished severely. And this is just a daily reminder to those of us of the Hope Select as to why we don't want to anger the Heavenly Father. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakudash. The Wadi Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, for putting the Spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are still fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath, which are the sincere sisters. Shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up, and Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, Shalom.